How you doing? It's your boy Ishmael Gaynor. Just doing the showcase, y'all. It's been a really dope show, man.
Welcome to the showcase. Yeah, it's your time to shine. It's your time to shine. Welcome to the showcase. Yeah, yeah. Stay on your grind. Stay on your grind. Welcome to the showcase. My way through, busting my way through, burning my way through like a ball of fire. It's showcase and no case. It's astronomical, bringing you the phenomenal. But center stage, just a showcase with a K. Taking your talent to the world, it's time now for center stage. The spotlight's on you, so do what you do. This is showcase, and we ain't got time to waste. Turning dreams into reality, from rags to riches. I was down bad in the trenches, had to get off the benches. Took a 40 and made it flip. I had to find me a way, but I needed a better band, so I took to the stage. Can't take that minimum wage of getting locked in a cage. So I got my bars up, put the pen to the page. If I can, then you can. So put the pedal to the metal. But right now it's time to settle into the showcase. Showcase.
Hello, welcome back to the Showcase Talk Show. I am your host Juanita, and we are here with the comedian Ishmael.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You better be funny too.
I am definitely funny. Definitely funny.
I've been like being a creep, just like you better make me laugh, like just
All
walking
day.
around
All
on
day.
set. But thank you so much for coming out.
No, appreciate you having. Appreciate you having.
Have we been pretty hospitable?
It's been nice. It's been like it's been like a black spades game. You know what I'm saying? It's been like a good spades tournament in here. It's been very festive. You know, good.
So you're here today to tell us about your comedy and everything
Yes.
that you do. So please tell us your story. Where'd you start?
Well, I started comedy in Washington D.C. I moved from Yonkers, New York, to Atlanta, Georgia. Eventually, moved to D.C. to work, just like working field, and then just walked into a comedy club one day. Just decided I was gonna try comedy at least, and that was that. It was dope. It was weird because that night there was like 3 different shows, but Godfrey was on at DC Improv, which is like the Godfrey. No, Godfrey, the black guy who does impressions. He was from Soul Plane.
Whoops.
Yeah, he was there, and I saw him doing stand up, and then they had like an open mic like 2 days later. So I just went to the open mic, and I died.
So from Yonkers,
Yeah,
DC,
yeah,
comedy.
yeah.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
So so you didn't start like as a class clown? Because I always feel like all comedians start like as a class clown.
Nah, I mean, I was the class clown. Like, I used to like crack on all the tall girls in class, and like all of everybody else. I used to have a lunch table. Me and my friends, like people who didn't like walking by our lunch table because we would just crack on everybody. So we was like that type of group. But it was in the suburbs, so like it was like we was like suburban kids, so it was kind of weird.
Do you do that in your stand-up? Like start just joking on the poor people that just came to laugh at you?
Nah, how I came from a family where we didn't really talk too crazy about each other.
Okay.
But we would do like, they call it baking, like where in DC they do like, we bake you. But like I do like a honey bake. It's like, it's nice. It's a little nice. It's like,
it's a little sweet.
a form of pushing. It's like you have a cousin that's on drugs. It's like, hey man, it'd be better if you don't, do drugs. That's pretty much how, hey, just like that type of stuff. Like, hey, it's informative, please. Like, come on.
I just give them a plan flip.
Yeah, like try to have an intervention right there. No,
Got you.
kind of how that goes.
So you just literally decided one day I want to do comedy. Like that's the part I want to know how.
Oh well, my mom got me into acting when I was in high school,
There we go.
and so I started doing like plays and stuff like that, and I was always cast as the funny dude. They would always be like, "Yo, he the best friend." Like I'm saying, oh, he can play the best friend. I'm like, man, it's weird. Like like that young to be like you can play that. Nevertheless, just the best friend, and it was cool.
Never
It was cool. You know what I'm saying? But it was alright. I would then a few of my friends started like just telling jokes in college, and when a few of my friends was just like, "Yo, you should go down to this comedy club." That kind of started there.
Nice. So who inspired you? Like when you finally decided to do it, like who did you take from? Like who did you feel you were a little comedian? So.
Well, when you first start, you don't really know you don't really know how funny you can be, so you just kind of piece together. But Dave Chappelle was the first comedian. I used to watch the Chappelle show every week. I used to watch him. Of course, Martin Lawrence was, everybody in the 90s loved Martin Lawrence. He was like, I grew up watching
Except
Martin.
for me back then.
I don't know how you live it. I don't know how that
Now
happens.
I like him as an adult, but as a child, no.
Nah,
It wasn't working.
I loved him from the first day I saw it. I was like, yeah, that's dope. But yeah, I started watching Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock. Just started
Who's your
pouring over.
fave?
Dave Chappelle's my favorite.
Why?
He's like our Richard Pryor right now. He tell the truth. He makes some stories. His structure wise, he could crack on the crowd if he wanted to. He can do anything. You literally could just walk up, no mic, just sit down and you're gonna die laughing. That's you know.
So far, about how many shows, if you can even calculate, how many shows have you done so far since you started? Because it's been 5 years, right?
Yeah,
I'm curious, how many shows in a 5-year span?
I'll say about like close to 2,000. I'll say
I
like.
was not expecting that.
Yo, you was expecting less? Okay.
Yeah.
She was like, you're a little newer.
The most I was thinking like maybe at least 3 digits, like 100. You were gonna say.
No.
But you said
No,
2,000.
no.
Okay.
No, I'm like on 250 for this year.
Oh wow.
I'm not even a.
So you're
Yeah.
really working out here.
Yeah.
And we can really find you and really watch you.
Yeah. I perform at Greenwich Village Comedy Club almost every night. Grizzly Pear Comedy Club, LOL Comedy Club right there in Times Square. And then I'll do Yonkers Comedy Club here and there in DC. I started in DC, so I always like going back to,
Back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a.
Is there a different crowd? Like, do different things hit in different
New York
cities?
is dope because New Yorkers don't care.
Everything hits.
Like New Yorkers don't
Just
care. So if you
everything.
don't really reach a New Yorker, they'd be like, man, I don't care about you. Like, whatever. But in DC, they don't get the guy. Like they all work for the government, so they're all just used to bullshit. So they're just like, oh yeah, this is entertaining. That's great. But in New York, it's like you really gotta talk about a bodega. You gotta get into specific stuff. You gotta talk about this homeless person on the train. This dude got a babysitter. You know what I'm saying? Like it's it's a lot. It's a lot more pressure in New York. But especially when New Yorkers come out, there's a lot of tourists here too. So
Oh yeah.
you kind of get the easy crowd sometimes. But when you get a real New York crowd, like they will let you know, they will not laugh. They don't care.
Right.
They don't care. They will sit in silence and be like, man, this is good. I paid for the air conditioning. That's kind of how they go. So, but yeah, there's big difference. A lot more inviting down south, but you need the hostility sometimes.
You need the hostility.
Yeah.
But with that being said, just hold on 1 second. We're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back with the Showcase Talk Show and Ishmael.
Welcome to Quasi Curves. I'm a licensed practical nurse and body contour specialist. I started out in the nursing field 9 years ago. Being of service to people has always been a passion of mine. Through Quasi Curves, my mission is to specialize in results. I want to see that each and every one of my clients' desired body image is brought to reality. Focusing on mind-body wellness, we're sure to make your visit pleasurable, memorable, with everlasting.
4, 3.
Welcome back to the Showcase Talk Show. I'm your host, Juanita. We are here with funny man Ishmael. And last we heard, pretty much, Yonkers, he came from Yonkers, went to DC, never the main person, was it? Always the best friend, never
Always
the
the
main
best friend, yeah.
character,
Always the best friend in place.
never the
Always
lead.
best friend.
So we're just back here, and I want to get into it, like, as far as performing, since you have like 2,000 performances under your belt, what is like your most memorable moment on stage?
I headlined at a club in DC, and that was like this was this year. I like closed out, but like headline is like when you get everybody come for you pretty much. And so when I headlined, I did like about an hour and a half of stand up, and I just you never how you never think you as good as you probably are, like so. I just was real emotional after the show. I was just kind of like, man, I'm killing it out here, son. Like, you just never think you about to do this stuff. So it was dope. That was like the best. That was one of the best moments. It was like my aunt came. People flew in from like I had friends who live in Africa. One of them flew in from Africa. I know, man. That's support. That's support for real.
From the motherland to come
Somebody
see
left
us.
Wakanda to come here. You know what I'm saying? Like they left.
You summoned Wakanda, and they came.
That was real. I felt real good. I felt real good after the show. So it was that. It's a few moments. Like I got to open up for Godfrey. Got to open up for a bunch of really funny comedians. AJ Johnson got to open up for a bunch
AJ
of.
Johnson, remind us of who that is.
Ezel from Friday. Right. was really dope. He was really dope. I got to open up for JP Justice. He's a local New York comedian. Few younger comics like on Comedy Central, like Nico White, Mia Jackson's, people like that. So those are real big moments, And, yeah.
Have you ever gotten to meet like any of these comedians that you've watched and
It's
how'd that
weird.
go?
It's weird. I met comics. Sometimes you meet famous comedians in places that you ain't doing stand up, so it's like weird. Like I went to the Million Man March and I saw Dave Chappelle, and it was like that's the first time I saw him. Like I'm like just I'm sitting there just listening to Minister Louis Farrakhan. I'm not really a follower, just a black man. So I just wanted listening to him, and Dave Chappelle just like walked right by me. And it was like, yo, bro, I'm a comedian. Like, what's up? Like, he just shook his hand. He was just like, hey man, keep doing this. But he was like trying to go somewhere else. But then I saw him at Pittsburgh Improv, and he just spoke for like 2 hours about just comedy and what you should do, like things young comics don't do, stuff like that. And yeah. Roy Woods Jr. as well. He was like the best. He's like the best comedian that ain't super famous, like in the world right now.
Remind us of who that is.
Roy Woods Jr. He does a bunch of shows on Comedy Central, but he's like just dropped a comedy special. He's like one of the best comedians working right now. But he came to I run a brunch show every Sunday in Harlem, and he came to my show and just was dropping knowledge after the show. Just made me feel like I was actually somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like this.
Did you feel like Wakanda came back again?
Yeah, it wasn't as good as a feeling as that, but it was it was close. It was like a good second.
What was the best advice you received from an actual comic? Move the mic stand from in front of you to behind you. No, playing that now. No. Staging and
that is
huge.
That is great. No, like most comedians, they just give kind of vague advice, but like they kind of give like, don't stop. You know what I'm saying? Like you doing good, but like, most just tell you like, be you. And like, it's a lot of comics try to jade their material to what they believe is trending, or like, like Dave Chappelle just dropped a special, so every comic right now is trying a mass shooting joke. Yeah. And like, bro, I don't need to talk about mass shooting. Like I don't live a mass shooting life. You know what I'm saying? I live a regular.
Like the rappers.
Yeah. I just do a 9 to 5. I just wake up, go to work, do stand up. That's it. So that's probably the most profound, is just to be you. Like people accept you for you, and not trying to be Dave Chappelle or Chris Rock or somebody else. So that's always been great advice. Yeah.
Have you ever gotten a chance to be in a lineup with any of these comedians, like these famous comedians?
Yeah, well, they have a bunch of competitions here in New York, so you get to be with some of these comics. But I got to do Salsa con Fuego in the Bronx, and every Tuesday they have like just some super huge comedian come in that normally would not be here any other reason except that they just love the Bronx or whatever. So D.O. Hughley was there. I got to go up there, be on the same lineup as him.
Who was that? How is he?
D.O. Hughley's amazing. He run a talk show on TV One. So this was right before the talk show dropped. Like this was like maybe like a month or two before he got the talk show. So like he was just had released a Netflix special, and then he came there one night, and it was dope. Yeah. But also, if you go to Lindenwood Dining Room in Brooklyn, you can catch just any famous black comedian. Just period. Just Capone, talent, like all the Def Comedy Jam comics that didn't make it to superstardom, they be there. You be on their lineups and stuff, and it's tough in those rooms. So it's pretty good, yeah.
Cool. And just let us know, like, where can we find you so you can make us laugh? Like, tell us all the places. I know you said it's Sunday, so you have something.
I have a Sunday.
So I can go there and be stone faced tomorrow.
You know what I'm saying? Get your little Bellini and some eggs, some pancakes.
And so it's tomorrow in Harlem.
Every Sunday at 4 p.m. at the Shrine in Harlem. It's on 133rd and Adam Clay and Powell. It's a really good show. We always get some pro comics mixed in with like working club comics. It's always comedians of the culture, usually just Black and Hispanic comics. Give us a good safe space for us to be able to perform. And I'm at the Comedy Club virtually every night. Those like 3 clubs.
Is that the name of the Comedy Club?
Yeah, I'm at Grizzly Pear Comedy Club.
Okay.
Greenwich Village Comedy Club, Broadway. LOL Comedy Club. You can catch me at any one of those 3 places.
Got you.
Yeah.
If we want like a sample before we go up there, like where can we see a little something? Besides on here, so don't go any place here, but something else outside of here. Cause you gave us like, what, 5 minutes?
Yeah.
You give us a good 5 minutes of
Yeah, I give you like
whatever
5. Yeah. So
he has.
I got a bunch of material up on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. Just Ishmael Gaynor, type it in, and you catch all of a bunch of like me just doing stand up at regular bars and on Brick TV or something like that, and tech stuff like that. So
Cool, and it's Ishmael
Gaynor. Ishmael
on IG as well?
Yes, man. Yep. So you know, Funny Guy-ish on IG. You can just type in Funny Guy-ish, IG, Twitter, Facebook.
Cool. Thank you so much, Ishmael. I mean,
appreciate it.
it was definitely funny talking to you. I hope your jokes are funny as well. And hope to
Hope
have
so.
you back. Good luck with everything.
Thank
Thanks.
you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's a wrap.
Welcome to the showcase. My name is Erica Strawberry, and today I will be introducing a comic. He's from DC, and his name is Ishmael. I probably jacked his name up.
What's good, everybody? How y'all doing? My name is Ishmael Gaynor. I'm from Yonkers, New York. I don't know if anybody's ever been to Yonkers. If you haven't, it's cool, because Yonkers is a horrible place. Yonkers is kind of like Baltimore meets Detroit meets Afghanistan. It's a horrible ass place. You never want to go. Problem is with Yonkers is that nobody ever leaves Yonkers. Like in the last 25 years, 6 people have left Yonkers. 5 of them was rappers, and I'm on a day pass right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta be back by midnight, or there'd be some big ass black women come whoop my ass. You know, I don't want no problems, pretty much. I like it though. I like it. I recently moved to Harlem. Harlem's one of my favorite places. I like Harlem because I like how rude everybody is in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my favorite thing. Like you could talk to any of the young kids, they just started sounding crazy. Like they'd be talking to their girlfriend or something. They'd just be like, "Hey yo, ma, yo like that ass? Yo like on my mother? I love you, girl, like for real. Yo like for real? You the one." She'd be like, "I'm the one, Andre." He'd be like, "Yo, shorty, didn't you just hear me? Like, yo, yo, it's just Harlem all day. We just get money. What's up? It's good. Let's do this. Come on, shorty." But for real, I'm gonna marry you though. For real, like I'm gonna put some Timbs on your feet. We gonna watch Paid in Full on Ice. You know what it is, girl. Like, let's do this. Come on. And it'd be like a dude, like 2 people behind him. He don't even care. He just start yelling. He just be like, "Hey yo, this is Harlem. I don't care about y'all love. Get up off this sidewalk right now." You'd be like, "All right, yo, why are you yelling, bro? Like, I don't understand." Like, you know, like, this is black love. Like, we gonna let this simmer, you know what I'm saying? Like we ain't gonna see this to the next On the Run tour, you know what I'm saying? We gotta let this just sit real quick. I like being here. I like being in New York City. It's one of the best places to be single. Being single in New York City is amazing because you get to, like, you know, you get to do whatever you want to do when you're single. You get to stay out as late as you want. Don't gotta really check in with nobody, nothing. Like yesterday, I decided to stay out at 3 o'clock in the morning and eat Cocoa Puffs. That's what I wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? But like, being single is also like a catch-22 because you don't know, it's hard to talk to the opposite sex sometimes. Specifically for me because I like black women, you know what I'm saying? And black women have a thing where if they don't like you, right, like they gonna let you know within the first 2 minutes of the conversation, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not gonna waste your time, they don't want you to waste theirs, you waste, you know, all that. So like I went up to this girl in the club, I was like, "How you doing, bitch?" She was like, "How you doing?" I was like, "My name is Ishmael." She's like, "Well, that's fine. I was like, "I would love to take you out sometime." She's like, "I'm gonna stop you right there, okay? Now, she was like, "Do you have a car?" I was like, No, I don't have a car."
Hey, what's up, Willie?
I'm alright. How's everything going?
Good.
I want to ask you a question. What's up with your homegirl, Rachel?
Oh, Rachel?
Nah, go ahead. I gotta tell you something.
What, you got to tell me something with Rachel?
Yeah.
Oh, Rachel, she's doing her thing. She's, you know, in her own little mix, you know, in her own little world, just trying to keep her head up above the waters, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. Well, a couple of days ago, a friend of mine was telling me some things about her that I didn't really want to receive at that moment because I know you and her is tight.
Right.
And I wanted to ask you some questions concerning her. You know, my man was telling me he saw Rachel, you know, doing a, opinion?
Well, I'm not in anybody's business, you know, I'm not trying to throw shade on anybody, that's Rachel, if she's doing it, I don't know, I'm not here for that. I'm not into
Well,
that.
but that's your homegirl, you're tight right there, what I'm saying, though, because you know, I'm a real dude, I talk to people, always helping people, and
Right.
Rachel, we talk all the time, but,
Right.
you know, if any problems Rachel ever had, Rachel will come and talk to me about it, or you'll let me
I don't know about her, and,
You don't know about that?
no.
Now, the reason why I asked you, and I keep it real with you, because I know you're real tight, the reason why I asked you that is because, you know, you didn't mention it to me, and I was thinking to myself, dang, you know, I wonder if Regina messing around like that when I start.
Nah.
I know she's a jerk.
Miss me with that one. I don't know nothing about Rachel with no drugs. I know her for a long time, and you know, and me, no, we don't. I
So
don't
you
know
clean.
that.
You good?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. Another thing I want to ask you, listen, you still do real estate, right?
Yes.
Listen, my man trying to get an apartment. My friend, you know, he's trying to get an apartment. You know what I'm saying? Him and his girl just had a baby boy. It's a little cute little boy. Okay, my boy Brian. So I told him I was going to talk to you because I know you have connections and stuff.
Right. Where you want?
You want to move somewhere like up in Queens.
Okay.
Like in,
my office is in Queens.
Your
You
office
give
in
me my
Queens?
number.
Cool.
Yeah, so I can see, you know, what they qualify for.
Yeah, but they trying to get like a condominium.
Oh,
I mean,
condo.
He got his own construction company. She just his girlfriend fiance now, because they just got engaged.
Okay.
She just graduated, you know, medical school, so she's about to become a doctor. And
Right.
stuff. So
Okay.
average together, their salary's like $150 a year, $150 grand a year.
Well, that's good. They shouldn't have any problem.
So you
But
can
I
get
gotta
them
bring
something?
them in and make sure, you know, qualify them and to bring them their W-2s and the recent pay stubs, stuff like that. See how much they working with, like how much they're gonna put down.
Okay, cool.
Right, and when they wanna do this.
All right, cool. Because he was talking about moving out maybe like about 4 or 5 months. But right now they're staying in their aunt's house.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he was telling me it's good and everything, but you know, his girl was like, look, we just had a kid, we had
Right.
it out.
Yeah, I gotta directly speak with him and know his time frame, and it'll have to be within that month.
Okay,
Because by the
cool.
time we run his credit, when I, you know, pre-qualify him,
Yeah.
it'll be 30 days from that time for him to get housed, or they're gonna have to do that all over again. And I don't wanna, like, put no hits on his credit report, so.
Yeah, I know. He was talking about his credit. He said his credit is pretty good. It could be a lot better.
Okay.
It was messed up like about a year ago, but he got it straightened out and stuff.
Right.
You know, and now that he's doing his own construction
Alright.
company,
Okay.
after working construction like 15 years, because you know he was incarcerated,
Right.
like about 10 from robbery that he didn't even do. His boys did it.
That's
and he was with
too
him.
much information.
Well, I'm just letting you know.
Just give
I'm
me his
just not-
number, I will holler at him, and
Okay.
we'll take it from there.
Okay, take a minute. All right, cool. Yeah, another thing I want to ask you. Listen, I'm thinking about getting a car. All right, I know you know about cars because you said your uncle used to be a car
They
dealership.
want me to do everything.
Listen.
You think I'm gonna need
No, listen.
I gotta work.
Listen to Regina.
You wanna
be fair.
your friend, you wanna ask me about that
All right,
girl,
look,
if she doing, oh, now you want a car. What
Look,
the
I'm
hell?
trying, because I'm tired of taking public transportation. You know what I'm saying? I've been saving up, you know, a little bit of
Yeah,
money.
I got plugs for that, I got plugs. I got somebody that go to the auction, so if you could save up, you know, depending on what you want.
Well, I'm
The
saving up
more
right
money
now.
you have, the better car, the better year you're gonna get.
Well, let me ask you. Well, I want something like a 2025 for like about
2025.
19.
Your cars ain't even made yet.
They do got
What
cars.
the
like
hell?
that. Yeah,
Come on now, you
All right.
going way into the future.
Okay, yeah. 'Cause you know,
A 2025, no deals on that.
Yeah.
They're not even created yet.
yeah, I'm trying to start small.
Oh my
I'm gonna
Lord!
get-
No,
I'm
you
gonna
did not just say it.
Yeah,
2025 year? Come on now.
Listen. Look, my nigga, I mean, excuse me.
Oh
I'm sorry.
my Lord!
Listen, that's what I'm talking about. All right, listen, when you get help a brother out, right? I got like 19 saved up.
Mhm.
At least 19,000 saved up. I want to get it for like 22 grand at least.
For a 2025 car, you're gonna need about
That's what I'm saying.
19 point so
Listen.
trillion more
Now, I was
dollars
thinking,
by that time
being that
for that car.
Listen, being that your uncle, you know, you say, you laughing, you laughing, but me and real. I'm being, come on, Regina, chill with that. 'Cause I
But
gotta,
nobody ain't
I
never
gotta
asked
go
me
to-
for a 2020 car.
I'm asking you. I said 2025, okay? You know me, I'm always thinking ahead of time.
You think you're way ahead of time.
Yeah, I need a
You
Jeep.
got me messed up with
But
that
you
one.
can hook me up, right?
Yeah.
About 6 months, I'm gonna have more,
Yeah,
okay?
okay, yeah. Wait for me, I'm gonna hook you up.
Hey, you doing that like you wanna get rid of a nigga, come on.
No, I'm trying to,
Listen,
we
listen.
gotta find this car. It
Listen,
gotta be
listen.
invented.
Listen,
It's
it
not
gotta be
invented yet.
Listen, you got your uncle got connection,
Oh.
right? Japanese, I mean, he connect with people overseas and stuff like that, all right? All right, but listen, I need you to hook me up with that, all right? You still do another thing, you still do websites?
Oh my Lord, it's time to go.
All right, hold on, wait,
William.
come on.
William, it's
I need help. Listen, I can't get nobody help. Look, you know, I came from the streets. Most of the cats I know in the streets.
me insane, right?
Listen.
You driving me.
Listen. Come on, I gotta go. Listen, you still do
William.
websites?
No, I don't do websites.
I'm gonna need $1,200.
I'm not that computer savvy.
You
No,
don't do no more websites? You stop?
I can't help you.
I'm sorry, you don't need money?
William, I'm sorry, I cannot help
Alright,
you on that
alright, no
one.
problem.
Okay?
Well, listen, one more other thing, okay? My sister Carol's having a birthday party, okay? She just turned 20, she having a birthday party, and she told me she invited you to come by. Okay? So I want you to come by, okay? I want you to make your collard greens, I know you're good with that.
Oh my Lord,
Okay.
now you want me to make collard
You
greens.
say-
What you want, mac and cheese?
No.
But you know I'm not really I'm more on the Jamaican side.
That's what I'm about to
So
say.
tell me to make some collard.
I don't know about the Jamaican,
It's like collard greens.
I don't know, I
but
don't
not
even like Jamaican queens.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh! I'm just,
Make some of that and some of that roti, okay?
roti? We don't make rotis. We make beef patties.
Beef patties?
Yes, we make patty. We make
I don't want
jerk
that. Well,
chicken.
forget about that.
We
Forget
make
that.
some jerk chicken.
I forget about that. Okay, just
Well, if you want so much. Wait,
Listen.
I don't see you in so long in all of this. You just.
I'm gonna contact. That's why I called you. So I gotta talk to you about some things. Okay, listen. Look. We always talk.
Yeah.
We always talk in private. You're like my Wendy Williams in public.
Okay.
We always
All
talk.
right now. All
You
right.
just ain't as tall. So we gonna talk, okay? So I'm gonna let my man know about what your problem. Give me your information.
Right.
I'll talk to you.
All right.
Okay, and then y'all hook that up. Whatever y'all do, you can take it. All right.
Welcome to the showcase. Yeah, it's your time to shine. It's your time to shine. Welcome to the showcase. Yeah. Stay on your grind. Stay on your grind. Welcome to the
Making my
showcase.
way through, busting my way through, burning my way through like a ball of fire. It's showcase and no case. It's astronomical, bringing you the phenomenal. The center stage, just a showcase with a K. Taking your talent to the world. It's time now for center stage. The spotlight's on you, so do what you do. This is showcase, and we ain't got time to waste. Turning dreams into reality. From rags to riches, I was down bad in the trenches. Had to get off the benches. Took a 40 and made it flip. I had to find me a way, but I needed a better band, so I took to the stage. Can't take that minimum wage and getting locked in a cage. So I got my bars up, put the pen to the page. If I can, then you can. So put the pedal to the metal. But right now it's time to settle into the show.
Showcase. It's your